Let's talk about something pretty much all of us are feeling these days: digital overload. In a world where we're always connected, it feels like a real battle to find any balance. So today, we're going to break down how to manage all that noise and get your focus back. Does this picture feel a little familiar? I think it does for a lot of us. That feeling of being totally swamped by an ever-ending storm of notifications, emails, and alerts. It's like you're stuck in the middle of a digital hurricane, just trying to find a moment of calm. And if you want to understand just how big this is, get a load of this number, 7. That's the average number of hours we spend staring at a screen, every single day. I mean, think about that. For many of us, that's more time than we spend sleeping. It's a huge chunk of our lives. But this is way more than just lost time. It's about a feeling that comes with it, and it's a real thing. It's called technostress. Yep, that's the specific kind of anxiety and exhaustion that you feel from being constantly plugged in, always on call, and just swimming in an ocean of information you can't possibly keep up with. So let's get real about the hidden costs of this always-on lifestyle, because it absolutely takes a toll on us. It's a debt we end up paying physically, mentally, and emotionally. First up, the physical stuff. You know that tech neck we all kind of joke about from hunching over our phones? Well, it's not a joke. It's real pain. Then you've got the constant eye strain from staring at screens. And maybe the biggest one of all, the terrible sleep we get from all that blue light at night. Our bodies just weren't built for this. And our minds? Oh yeah, they're paying a huge price too. The constant flood of information just shatters our ability to focus. It becomes almost impossible to concentrate on one thing at a time. And all that overload, it's a direct line to anxiety, stress, and for a lot of people, total burnout. And then you've got the emotional side of things. It's so easy to fall into the trap of comparing your real life to everyone else's highlight reel on social media. And isn't it ironic? Being constantly connected can actually make us feel incredibly lonely. It can even make us more irritable and on edge when we finally do put the phone down. So, how do you know if your tech habits have kind of crossed the line into a real problem? Well, these are some of the big red flags. Are you letting responsibility slide? Do you feel actual anxiety when you don't have your phone? Is your sleep a mess? These are signals that your digital life might be seriously out of whack.
Okay, but here's the good news. It's not all doom and gloom. There's a really powerful way to reframe this whole thing. Instead of thinking about all the stuff you have to cut out or restrict, what if we thought about it like nourishment?
Seriously, just think about it like this for a second. The digital stuff you consume has a direct effect on your mental health and your energy levels, right? Just like food. So, what if you actually planned your digital diet?
This is the whole idea behind something called digital nutrition, and it's pretty much what it sounds like. It's about making conscious choices to consume technology that actually feeds your mind and helps you reach your goals, instead of just mindlessly letting it drain you.
So let's break down this diet. First, you've got your proteins and vitamins, the good stuff that builds you up. In the digital world, that's your high-quality information. You know, things like documentaries, online courses, and deep dive articles that actually teach you something. Then you've got your carbs and fats. Look, we all need them. They give us energy, they bring us pleasure. Digitally, this is your entertainment. Movies, music, and just messaging with friends. It's all essential stuff. But just like with a food diet, moderation is absolutely key.
And finally, you knew it was coming, the digital junk food. This is the empty calorie stuff. We're talking mindless scrolling, memes, viral videos. They're like little snacks, fun in small doses for sure. But you can't build a healthy life on a diet of just snacks and sweets.
Okay, so this digital diet idea makes a ton of sense, but how do you actually do it? How do you put it into practice? Let's get into some real, practical steps you can take. It really boils down to 4 key actions you can start doing, like today. You can set time limits on those junk food apps, you can consciously take breaks, you can do a big digital cleanup, and, this one's huge, you can create zones where tech is just not allowed. Taking a break doesn't have to be a big production. Have you ever heard of the 20-20-20 rule? It is so simple but so effective. Every 20 minutes you're on a screen, you just look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. It forces your eyes and your brain to just take a breath and reset.
And what about a little digital spring cleaning? I mean it, just like tidying your house. Go unsubscribe from all those email newsletters you never read, delete the apps you haven't opened in 6 months, mute those group chats that are more stressful than fun. Less digital clutter means less mental clutter, period.
Now this one might be the most powerful step of all. You have to create tech-free zones, sacred spaces. The dinner table, that's for conversation. The bedroom, that's for rest. When you set these physical boundaries, you give yourself and your family the permission to truly disconnect and just be present with each other.
And that's really the whole point here. This isn't about throwing your phone in a lake or swearing off technology forever. That's just not realistic. It's all about shifting from being a passive consumer to being an intentional user. The goal is balance, not banishment.
You know, all of this reminds me of a pretty chilling warning from Albert Einstein. He really saw what was at stake. We use all this amazing tech to connect, but we have to be so careful that it doesn't end up taking the place of the real human relationships it's supposed to be helping. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. As you go about the rest of your day, just ask yourself, what's on my digital menu? What am I feeding my brain? The choice of what you consume, well, that's entirely up to you.